Hi friends! This is Dainty Tank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Bad End Theater. This is part 3 in our series 3. Poked out around for the other 2. They're so much fun. Last time we found the true endings, which are sad. Everything burns. But of course, that's the nature of Bad End Theater. Thing that gets me on this is that there is some sort of plan and plot in place. Some entity that is sitting there thinking and puppeting all of these strings and interconnected storylines, making them have bad end after bad end after bad end, which is fascinating. So, with that, let's get into this. Boop, boop, boop. I guess we enter. Enter! Yeah, okay, so it saved our progress. 27 of 41. Okay. We are still missing the Underling timeline. Something. We're missing something in the Underling. Let's see. Slaughters all demons. Let's take that off. Actually, this seems to be kind of specific. What's bad end? Oh. So I'm missing 2 of the Underling. Do you have a favorite ending, or is it still too early to decide? Whoa. Oh, I can see the bad ending for each of these. Okay. Their timeline? Whoa. Okay, there's maps here. Okay. So, Maiden meets the Overlord. Maiden stays with the Overlord for a while. Hero, diplomatic. Possessive. Okay. So there's something there. Okay, let's go down that route. This is helpful, that we can go back and, target things. Okay, so, diplomatic, possessive. Diplomatic. Possessive. Okay. So, you're playing as the Maiden this time. You're a maiden. You live in the peaceful village. And skip. Shout for the hero to come save you. Demon is put off by your sudden shouting, asks you to keep it down. You apologize. Catches you off guard. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. You don't let her go. Maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. Suddenly jumps the hero, tears into her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch, because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along, you wonder? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Ho ho! That's the other captured maiden. Okay. Reset the stage. Okay, that's helpful. So we can target. Okay, so this one is hungry. Consumed. Okay. Meets the Overlord. Antisocial. Obedient. Trusting. Maiden returns to see the Overlord alone. Disloyal. Captor. No, this is when she gets thrown into the jail. Got it. So, antisocial, obedient, trusting, disloyal, captor. Okay. Antisocial. Disloyal captor. I think that's it. Yeah, and then you're the maiden. Peaceful village. But the hero does not come. Obey her, obedient. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Whoop! Yeah. Along the way you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. You explain everything that happened. He's very surprised. You guys go back to the village. You set the record straight. You explain. Villagers look again to the hero. You're pretty shocked that everyone seems hesitant about you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because of course, if you were conspiring with demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole team would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anymore. You'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're gonna be held captive by anyone, it's gonna be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Nope. Gonna leave on her own. Disloyal, they immediately notice you overheard them. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown into a cell in your own village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep these demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Oh! Imprisoned maiden. A letter? A letter! A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 2. What? 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 What does it say? What does it say? Is there, how do I read letters? Do I get mail? Here it is. Ooh. My love. I've finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You'd be so proud. If you could only see it, know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. Sorry for going ahead without you. But I thought, if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it, wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. I was about to say, this is where I'm loving this, is that there's these threads of whatever this is. Whoever the entity is who is doing this, who is apparently named Tragedy. My love, so they had a tragic love thing, but the person didn't die. They separated, which could mean that this is just a very needy and very obsessed past lover. Who knows? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's go back to the bad ends. Now that I know about this, it's going to be a lot easier to just hyper-target. That's great. Okay. So much here. Okay, Tyrant, Disloyal, Hungry, returns to the castle. Confirms the plan to kill the Overlord. Ooh! Disloyal, Hungry. Okay. Tyrant. There we go. Okay. And then play as the Underling. You're an Underling in service of the Overlord. There we go. Let's overthrow her. No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You are hungry. Gobble gobble. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. Start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought. Feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around the sea. Oh man, if only one could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into a nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Let's change your mind. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they wouldn't fully appreciate your terrible acts and that you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. Maiden fresh. You return to the castle thinking you'll take a nap. Don't get to sleep long. Very eager to talk to you about the Kill the Overlord plan. You admit you hadn't given it much thought and only just remembered it was a thing. Friends question your loyalty to their cause. Let's be disloyal. You tell them you were just joking, clarify you're totally in it to win it. Yup. Okay, so we've seen this before. Oh, there's no one to hinder you. Because the maiden got devoured, right? They figured they'd just lock her in the room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. You could be wrong in so many plans. You realize your friends are just directionless thugs. Unless useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on. And while showing deaths might make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really don't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Oh my goodness, there's a new thing. Let's do time to die. You figured the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat. So you do just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. Watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you, before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased, only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bowed before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you betrayed your overlord. Lord Underling and B. Reset the stage. Puppet Master. Okay. So we're going to do this again. Skip. Overthrow. Skip. Gobble her up. Skip. Change your mind. Skip. Let's kill the Overlord. Skip. Chicken out. Let's coward. This is a new one. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room. You find your friends blocking the exit. In a panicked whisper, you ask them to let you out. Seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty fucked up and ask them to be let out. The Overlord stirs in their bed while your head is turned, and the demon shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe these assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Oh. Light flickers at your feet. It doesn't take you long to realize they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open and to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Oh, cowardly underling end. That, yes, opens up a whole new avenue here. Love it. Okay, so back to the underling. I think there's might be one more. One more. Yep. Where is that? Okay. Granted the day off. Yay. Polite. Brings it, or okay, so it doesn't matter. Gets involved in plot, disloyal, diplomatic, possessive. Disloyal, diplomatic, possessive. Huh. Okay. Possessive. Okay, cool. Let's play the underling. You're a demon underling. We're gonna tell her to quit. We have to be disloyal. Just kidding. You sneak up to the Overlord's room, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You weren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figure this is a good time as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new Overlord. Heroic underling. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 3. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. My patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Interesting. Okay. Next is Hero. Oh god, so much Hero. The bravado. Unlike the rest of it, where it's like, oh, everybody's mixed together. It's like, primarily he sets his own path. Okay, so got that. Let's do the farthest first. Then we can work our way backwards. No, let's work our way up. Okay, I switched. Let's go short, then long. So, begins the story. Flees from the demons. Okay. Diplomatic. Hungry. Oh. Gotcha. I was wondering if that was an option. Diplomatic, hungry. Okay. Let's go, hero! You are the hero. You think yourself the pretty reliable and swell guy. Flee like a coward. Flee to live another day. Skip. Let's be diplomatic here. Explain why you've come. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord isn't alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that's come here in forever. At least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing that she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden was never found. Useless hero. That's true. Okay, next bad ending. Flee, diplomatic. Hero approaches the Overlord's room. Everything is fine. Possessive. Okay. Oh, no hungry. Got it. No hungry and possessive. It's the same route, so... Just from the hero side of things. Skip. Flee. Skip. Would you please let me in, kind demon? Ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explains she was never really captured. But the Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As the hero, it's your job to mediate situations like this with violence. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping on you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How terrible. How horrible you come all this way, only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed those evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Oh, little do you know. Naive hero end. Okay. Bad ends. There's a lot we haven't explored with him. Okay. Dutiful, dutiful, hungry. Dutiful, dutiful, hungry. Okay. Off we go. You are the hero. Skip. Dutiful. Ha! You make your way. Quick work of the vile creatures who stood on your way. You feel much stronger now. Mm-hmm. There's no way to sneak past them. Dutiful. Gather your courage. Uh-huh. Rescue the maiden. These are all the evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. He gets straight to the point and asks her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you can't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Little do you know, you're right there. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before the final battle. The Overlord is almost no match to you. You cut her into pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. Just as you had suspected, she must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world, but what does that matter if you were too weak to save anyone? You stand alone amongst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in a cape to bring back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Oh, failed hero end. Nice. Reset. Okay. I am loving this, and it's so much easier now. Okay. So we've got dutiful. Overlord is upset. Heroic. Martyr. Okay. Dutiful, heroic. And you are a martyr. You can't be hungry because I need the maiden. Stop being hungry. Skip. Dutiful. Skip. Dutiful. Skip. Ask the maiden what's going on. Think so. Yeah. Skip. Here you gotta be heroic. You lunge forward, put an end to the evil overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. Takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The overlord strikes you in a vengeful rage. You parry, but she is slain. But your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. You pick up the overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the overlord is slain. There will be a celebration. Loyal hero end. Oh! No! That's so rough! Oh my goodness. We are making quick work here. Okay. Last one for the hero. Let's see, this one is the longest one. I guess you can get there two ways. Is there one that's quicker? I don't think so. Flee. Diplomatic. Everything is fine. Disloyal. Okay. Diplomatic. Disloyal. And that should be it. And instead of being merciful, the other one. Okay. Diplomatic. Disloyal. Then we got, okay. Skip. Flee like a coward. Diplomatic. Ask the maiden what's going on. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest, and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away, you won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in a prayer. To have faith in a time like this, you envy her. Two of you, the overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. Resigned hero end. Hoo-hoo! A letter flutters down from the curtain. You found lost letter number 1. Hoo-hoo! My love, it just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this? It's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decided to write, and I'll keep writing till the day you find me once more. And then, maybe we can write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. So you were forced apart, huh? Tragic lovers? Alright, I see you. I see you. Okay. These are absolutely freaking adorable. Hi friends! This is post-edit Dainty Tank who had to cut things. Sorry, I know, but it's exciting and it gets close at the end here. So step back for next time, see the rest of the Overlord endings, and we'll see how this goes from here. With that, love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye!